Hey everybody, it's Ross Payton here with we're playing a Magical Fury Dagashi, and I'm not running the game, Bridget's running the game. Bridget, go ahead and introduce it for us.
What is happening? Why?
What is real life?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what to say. So yeah, Bridget, this is the last episode. Episode 3 ended with things badly happening to us, and we're hanging out at the house of someone who tried to kill us, and then I only murdered one of their group. So hey.
Yeah, you've only executed 3 people total. I mean, that's not really bad when you think about it, unless you add the 2 people that died in the housing collapse.
I tried to save those people.
Yeah, that was like hundreds, right? Or no. That was
hundreds of injuries.
That wasn't hundreds.
Only 2
hundreds of injuries, only 2 deaths.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to save those people, and those 3 people, those teenage girls that I murdered, that was all self-defense. Clearly.
Yeah, I try not to think about that and just pet Chimske in the meantime.
So everybody remembers the score. Our characters are Faye is playing Anya Winters, a.k.a. Sweet Valkyrie.
Or Nya-san.
As some people call her. Ross is playing Lisa Ito, a.k.a. Strawberry Rider. And Dario is playing Murasaki Chie, a.k.a. Marshmallow Caster. So the remaining magical girls, other than our players, just so everybody knows, there's Cherry Archer, a.k.a. Nana-san, Cinnamon Ruler, who we've learned her name is Michiko, Raspberry Assassin, who's named Hanako, Lollipop Berserker, who's a 16-year-old girl named Aya, and then, of course, Mint Healer, who is Nya-san's not exactly girlfriend, maybe girlfriend, Aoki.
We kissed.
It happened.
But
Wow.
but does she like you though?
I don't think
really
so.
know?
I think she was probably just happy, and that was like what happened in the moment.
Oh my god!
Don't suggest things like that.
What? I don't know if she likes me.
She totally likes you.
Have you asked her?
No, I haven't. As far as I know, she's terrified of me and disapproves of my actions because, if you'll remember from last time,
yeah, you did do a couple of things to scare her a little bit. Y'all are becoming pretty bloodthirsty as the end of the world approaches.
I can't help it. Something's broken in my brain.
So we're going to go ahead and move right into the opening. Again, this is episode 4. This is the final episode of season 1 of Dagashi, and we're calling this episode Salt. So it's late afternoon, and you're standing nearly 600 meters in the air. The winds whip around you, the roar of it muffling the dull creaking of the metal structure. You're standing atop the Tokyo Skytree, gazing out towards the bay. The city sprawls far, far beneath you, and even the towering office buildings seem like small toy models on a child's playmat. Even at this distance, you can make out the massive nuclear-powered supercarrier, the USS Ronald Reagan. It's sitting out in Tokyo Bay. Though it has the capacity to launch Carrier Air Wing 5, it has not yet done so, and it's difficult to tell if they're waiting on a signal from the JSDF or if they're going to give you a shot at actually doing your job. There's a cracking noise as something buzzes the tower, an enormous winged monstrosity. Its wingspan is incredible, and the size of it casts a looming shadow over those watching below. It looks like nothing so much as an illustration of a Western dragon come to life, like if one of the mythical creatures had dipped itself in ink and set off into the skies over Tokyo. This is easily the strongest shadow you've ever faced, so how are you going to tackle it?
Shit, it's not a maid. Trust me, we can't be friends with this. Whatever you...
Listen, I have this brim in my hand, and if you'll just let me go to its head, put it on,
No, it's
and
not
everything will be fine.
It's not a dragon
Everything
maid.
is going to be fine, okay?
I'm already armored up, and as they're bickering, I rush past them. You just kind of get a quick shot of me running between them. I kick off the edge and launch straight towards the creature trying to land on its back.
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and roll two six-sided dice.
That's a 10.
Okay, so yeah, you land heavily on its back, and I assume you do some kind of cool knee drop because you're a grappler type character.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not used to having all this weight on it. Like, it's clearly not intended to have magical girls clambering around on its back, frickin' Shadow of the Colossus style. So yeah, the next person to attack them gets a +1 bonus.
After you, Gian.
All right. Hey, let's mess around with its flight pattern a bit more. I'm gonna attack it with portals, but in a weird way, I'm gonna put portals on its wings so that they're separated.
All right.
So that's gonna come crashing down.
What'd you get?
That's a 5 with +1.
Oh no. If you want, you could take 1 magic. And you can go ahead and your portals will still do something. Like, obviously not the effect you wanted, but you'll still give a bonus to Lisa's action.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Nice.
In that case, I will, stretch out my lightning rod, and then arc a lightning bolt and try and ride it, to just slam into its eye.
Nice.
Trying to impale it with the lightning rod. So, let's see how the dice bot on the Discord likes me tonight. 8 with the +1 bonus.
Okay, yeah, so you go ahead and you ride the lightning, if you will, into its face and just smash into the side of it and send it careening down into the streets below. The streets way, way, way below. So you all manage to, together, your combined effort takes it out. But this is a massive dragon, and it took a lot of effort to defeat it. So everybody needs to take 1 trauma or 1 magic, and then you all get to describe the terrible collateral damage that you've inflicted on the Tokyo Skytree.
Well, for me, obviously, it's 1 trauma because I slammed into its side, and that hurts. And as I'm falling, as I'm briefly the wind was knocked out of me, my lightning rod just malfunctions and starts spraying lightning on the buildings, just knocking out, shorting out transformers and causing electrical fires in buildings, and before I can get it under control and land. And I just decimate the street below me, using that as a way to cushion my fall.
I mean, it's technically energy transfer.
Yeah, I take my trauma from knee dropping the dragon and then jumping off, I guess, and just falling the 600 feet to the ground below.
600 meters.
Sorry, meters.
That's even further.
Yes, it is. Goodness gracious. And the damage I caused to the Skytree was from my kickoff. I splintered that poor little glowing Eiffel Tower right down the middle.
Oh no.
I took. It didn't make sense for me to take a trauma from my action, so I took it in magic. So that'll shift me over.
Okay.
To 3 for another magic shift.
What do you want to do for your magic shift?
Let's have the environment around me be temporarily altered in some unnatural way.
Okay, so how did you damage this building, and how did you alter it unnaturally? And remember, this is a 643-meter tall tower. It's one of the tallest buildings in Tokyo.
It's shrouded in darkness.
Okay.
You could have also had portals open up, just random ass portals showing. Yeah.
No, the dark tower is much more.
Original idea, do not steal.
I regret Sorry, everyone. Magical Girls is canceled.
If it makes it any better, I've never read the book.
I think Bridget just took a trauma shift in real life.
Okay. Yeah, so you managed to take down the shadow, and you gain a little bit stronger. So I guess we should go ahead and describe what the situation is like here in Tokyo at literally the end of days. So after last episode's adventures, it's a month forward from that. So we're literally at the last few hours of the world. So with like monsters running amok on the streets and like magical girls clearly having the power to like bring down entire buildings, to destroy entire city blocks, like this required an actual response from the Japanese self-defense force. And since it's like a supernatural threat, and there's there's the United States Air Force base like in the middle of Tokyo, like the United States is like assisting in like a logistical capacity with the defense of Japan, because obviously that's one of the things they can do under the security treaty. So the JSDF has cordoned off Tokyo, and they're not allowing people to leave. Like normally this would be a situation that you'd evacuate people from, but there's a problem. Like they don't know who the magical girls are, and they don't know who can become a magical girl. Like they don't know if like this is the number of magical girls, or if there are more magical girls lurking in the rings. So like men and children can leave, right? But women between the ages of 13 and 26 have been sitting through like a vetting process. Like if you want to leave Tokyo, you have to like go through this like
prove you're not a witch
process. Yeah. So naturally, there's still people like inside Tokyo, and like soldiers are still bringing in food, but like there's monsters running everywhere. If you try to leave, there's like armed guards. So like it's a very tense situation, and so there's a very strict curfew in place. Like soldiers like roam the streets ostensibly to protect people, but like also to keep an eye out for magical girls. So since the problem is magical girls, and they know that like presumably young women are the culprits
and magical,
the fans have sort of turned into vigilante groups that are going around like looking for women to like make sure that they can like snip the problem in the bud. So things are not good. The situation is really, really terrible, but it's only been going on for about the last 5 days. Like people fled Tokyo, there was like a strong police presence, and it sort of degenerated to the point where we are now. Like people haven't been like boxed into the city for a month. It's only been about a week, but a week is still a very, very long time. And tomorrow night is the end of the world. So this is your last chance to solve the puzzles, essentially, and come face to face with whatever the beast is, and hopefully keep Tokyo from being completely destroyed.
Oh boy.
We don't have. Well, I'm gonna want to talk with the girls that we did spare last time and see what puzzle pieces they have. Like we don't have a lot. We know that we're not being told the full story, and that the one woman at the coffee shop is probably the beast or turning into the beast, somehow related to it. But I don't remember if we know a lot else. Yeah.
I can recap the whole story for you, if you will. So we know that the creatures, the shadow monsters running around, are like sort of like a manifestation of like the darker side of people's attitudes. So like as like Tokyo descends into chaos, like these monsters are getting stronger and stronger because they feed on things like loneliness and despair and anger and that kind of thing. So like the stronger they get and the bigger they get and the more of them there are, the more the situation deteriorates in Tokyo, which in turn feeds the monsters. So like even if the beasts run around, like they would very quickly become a problem if this thing like swept into the rest of the world. So normally that's for magical girls that come in. Like what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to fight monsters and you get rid of them and it makes people feel better and you protect the city and all that. But because like modern times, maybe not necessarily modern times itself, but like are so like turbulent, like monsters are just too strong for magical girls to completely take care of. So sometime in the past, the magical girls decided to pool their power together to make a final solution, which did not go the way that they had planned. And so either that's what created the beast or their attempts to stop it created the beast. And so essentially instead of magical girls fighting shadows, like what they do now is compete in one-on-one death matches to essentially gain power from each other in order to become a seal for the next cycle, to like basically like make the beast go back to sleep. So that's where we're at now. So sometime tomorrow, the beast is going to awaken, and you all will either be prepared to deal with it or you won't.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? Yeah, do we have any leads on things? Do we ways we can investigate that we haven't tried yet? I know we've tried going in the library and looking at books, like on mythology and stuff, and that gave us some information. We've talked to the other girls. The coffee shop is closed off, and we can't access it, and that's also being watched.
The coffee shop is kind of closed off. I turn and look at Chie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I wouldn't recommend going in there.
The only thing I can think of is somehow like meditating and trying to access the memories of our past lives, but that sounds dangerous.
I'm not interested in that.
Okay.
What I am interested in is... Oh, go ahead.
Chie, your phone is going off.
Oh, I'm gonna look at it, I guess.
It's Aya is calling.
Oh shoot. Give me a moment, guys. I need to take a call, and I'm gonna go off into like a hallway, I guess, and answer it.
Okay. So she's like, "Hey."
Hey, Aya, what's up?
So I know this is probably a bad time, because kind of everything is a bad time lately, but not that I care or anything, you know, like, I'm not like here to taunt you, but like, I was wondering if maybe I could see Junsuke one more time before tomorrow.
Yeah, sure, of course. Do you wanna, like, we should probably do this now.
Okay, yeah, so she, like, tells you that she'll, like, text you, like, her address, because, like, obviously it doesn't matter what her house is like later, and it's easier for you to teleport around with your portals than it is for her to walk somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Not that she would have a problem with anyone on the street, she's just lazy. So yeah, if you want to get Junsuke and go meet her,
And
that's what she wants.
All right, I'm gonna pop back in. It's like, all right, guys, I gotta go take care of something important. I'll text you later.
Are you going to be safe?
Yeah,
I'll be...
What's happening? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Things are kind
Portal.
of okay.
I'm gone.
All right. Did you just portal out before we can even? Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pop over to the apartment and grab Junsuke and head there.
So Aya lives in a little house. So it's really really small. It's like, you know, just like the one main room, and then like one bedroom, but like it's an actual like house. Like it's not like an apartment. And so when you get there, it's like just her. The house is pretty empty, so you don't know if it was like emptied ahead of time, or if like her family left to be evacuated and they just left everything.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just got like some cushions set up for like a couch, and there's like bags, like grocery bags everywhere. They're just like full of like candies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like been feeding herself.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna show up with the cat carrier on the shoulder, and in my elbow is like a whole bunch of stuff from like a kombini, like yakisoba bread or I don't know, fried tofu. She has got some old-fashioned tastes. Maybe not the best for 16-year-old girls. But it was quick, and she grabbed what she could.
So Aya is acting like she doesn't. She's not like excited to see you, but like at the same time, like she's really looking forward to like seeing Junsuke. Like she's got a couple cat toys. Like she's got one of the little feather sticks.
So, Aya, how have you been?
Like I'm fine, and she like goes immediately to the cat carrier and like doesn't even ask you. She just like opens it up and she like takes Junsuke out, and she's like, "Who's this sweet little man?" And she like cuddles him.
Yeah. Like Junsuke's been meowing a bunch. I don't get to like do much with him super often, but I try to make time where I can.
She's like half concerned and like half mad, and she's like, "Have you been feeding him enough?
Yeah, I make sure he's fed. Um, at least, that much is easy enough for me.
Did you give him snackies?"
Uh, yeah, I give him snackies. I have this like ice cream type food that I like to give him when he's like being good and not wrecking, my Gunpla statues. Yeah, it's real.
He likes apple slices. Well, he doesn't like to eat them, but he likes to smell them. She like has an apple, so she like cuts some of it, and she's like, "See," and she like holds it up to Junsuke, and he like starts kind of like licking the juice off of it.
Oh, I've never seen him do that before.
It's probably because he likes me better than
um. Well, do you want some? Like, I brought food. Do you want some food? I guess.
She's like, "Sure." And so she goes and she like flops down onto her cushions with Junsuke in her lap, and she like sets some cushions to the side on like top of a blanket, and she's like, "You can sit too if you want."
Oh, thank you. I will.
Okay. She's like digging into the snacks. Like she doesn't like actually like cook any of the yakisoba. She just like breaks it off the raw pieces and like crunches them.
I could cook that for you if you wanted. You don't have to eat it like that.
She just like shrugs, and then she's got like one of the little like Picari sweat drinks that she's like washing it down with.
Normally I'd admonish you, but fuck it, it's fine.
Picari sweat is great.
It is.
Yeah.
It was that or Calpus.
I also wanted to, meet up at some point, and I'm glad you called me when you did.
She's like seems skeptical, and she's like, "Why would you want to meet up with me?"
I'm a magical girl, and so are you, and we kind of got an important, I guess, schedule ahead of us, and I wanted to see how you've been holding up. And there's another thing too, but I did want to check up with you.
She shrugs. She's like, "I'm fine," and she like says it like in an almost mad manner, like she's like used to like dismissing people who ask her that question.
Mm-hmm.
And then she like feels bad a little bit about it, and she like, but she can't like bring herself to apologize. She just kind of looks away from you.
I've been having it kind of tough. It's
She's like, "Well, yeah," and she like motions at her arm.
Well, yeah, that's part of it too. Typing isn't super great, and MMOs are dumb now. But I mean, like, all this pressure we have on us to get this thing done fucking sucks. Like,
What are words?
She like
yeah, what are
kind of looks downcast, and she's like, "Listen, like, I know we're gonna have to fight and stuff, but whoever wins should look after Junsuke."
Yeah, and that's kind of the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. I'm gonna like reach into my pocket and I'm gonna slide a key over with a little like paper plate tag thing on it.
Yeah.
And on it is written my address. So, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna make it through. So I want you to have this, in case you do.
She like takes the key like really solemnly, like she takes it with like both hands, and she like just looks down, and like her bangs are kind of like hiding her face as like Junsuke is like playing in her lap, and he's like batting at the key.
So yeah, he likes being scratched around the chin and ears, and if he starts getting fussy, like all you need to do is like shake the little feather toy that I keep around, and it's usually enough to keep them calm.
She's like nodding like really slowly, but it's like she has to take a lot of effort to control her movement.
I want to scooch over beside her and I guess bring her into a sideways hug because that's all I can do.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't like really lean into it, but she like doesn't resist at the same time. She just kind of like lets you do it.
Mm-hmm. And I like, even though we've had to fight each other like a couple times, I know you're a good person. You're a good girl, and you can take care of Chumsuke. I trust him in your hands.
She like just kind of like nods, and again, like it's like she's like trying really hard to like hide her face from you.
Dang it. I'm never really one for these kinds of conversations. And it's kind of unfair that we're made to have them. But that's what I wanted to say.
So you making to take off?
Well, I don't have to leave just yet. And I'm just planning on going back to talk with the other magical girls to see what we can do about it. But for the record, I want you to know that I don't think we're gonna be sealing the beast. At least I don't think in the usual way. We're really gonna try and see if we can get rid of it once and for all, so no one else has to ever have to do this again.
She like doesn't really say anything, but like once you like start to leave, she like looks up at you, and it's like really obvious that like she's been crying, and she just says, "Thanks for coming to see me, Nei-chan."
that's gonna set off the waterworks.
So meanwhile, Lisa, you get a call.
Yeah.
We get like a text. It's not like a call. It's like a text.
I look at my phone.
Okay. It's from Vivian. She wants you to meet her, and she wants just you to meet her.
At the coffee shop?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will. Am I still with Anya then?
Yeah, you're with Anya at the
Well, I look at my phone. This is interesting.
What is a phone? Did you get? Is it a cat
you get
picture?
another text that says, "Whatever you do, don't tell Anya."
Did you find another cat picture? Are you seriously looking at Tumblr right now?
Maybe. What's wrong with Tumblr?
Nothing. I mean, that's how I spend a lot of mine. But I just thought that maybe you were like looking something up. Never mind.
Well,
Unrelated.
I thought I did, but it's just a meme. Sorry. It's. Have you heard of what? Do you know anything about this Overwatch thing? I don't have time for video games.
Yeah, everyone in it is gay.
It seems to be it. Really horny, right? It's.
Oh yeah. Anyway, we should really focus on trying to stop the end of the world. Like, okay. I am all for talking about this once we get this settled. You know,
I'm going to get some food. I need a little time to decompress after killing that dragon.
You want me to come with? I'm still a little amped from fighting that thing.
No,
and I kind of owe you, so
yeah. Well, I'm gonna swing by my brother's place, and he's still home.
Here, take my bus pass because I still feel bad about the whole face concrete thing.
Yeah, I mean, I can navigate enough, so it'll be fine. And the streets are pretty empty these days.
That's true. You probably don't even need my bus pass. You can probably just get on for free.
I mean, yeah, I'll all right, I'll catch up with you.
Yeah, just like text me. Okay, yeah. I'm still worried. Can you text Chie too?
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I don't know if I'll reply, but
yeah, you should go talk to your friend. Maybe.
I stare back at you with her eye.
You can't. You're blind in that one.
I know, but it's looking.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you could probably use some time with her. That's what I'm saying. Maybe.
Work things out. See if you can see eye to eye.
Yeah. I am not making those puns. I'm not. I respect Anya too much.
I'll meet you later.
Okay.
Just keep me updated on what you're doing.
Yep. All right.
And I'll try to keep you updated.
Yeah.
I hate phones though.
Yeah. I just want one more time. My brother's probably already escaped, but I just want to double check to make sure.
Okay. All right.
But if he's there, you should not be there. So, because it would be.
Sure. Whatever. Right. Look, just let's meet up later.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye. All right. I will head off to Vivian's.
When you get to the coffee shop, the door is like propped open, but it's like obvious like she hasn't had a customer in a long time. She's just like sitting on the steps, and there's like really nobody else on the street.
I kind of take a deep breath before I step in and just be like, and just kind of silently cross myself. And
yeah, she's sitting on the steps outside.
Okay.
So she's like smoking, and it seems like she's been chain smoking because there's like an ashtray next to her, and it is like full of cigarettes.
Huh. Yeah, business must be slow with the martial law and everything.
She shrugs. It happens all the time. We've got the calm, and then business will be booming again in about a week. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah, so I'm kind of surprised you had my phone number, but here I am.
Like, I have all of Magical Girl's phone numbers. Like, do I look like some kind of amateur to you?
I don't know what you look like to me. Like, I don't know. There's been a lot of theories about you.
She shrugs. Just theories, I'm sure.
Well, theories.
I see you didn't manage to take out Cinnamon Ruler when you had the chance, so you must know quite a bit of the story by now.
Yeah. I mean, even if we slay the monster instead of sealing it, it just sounds like there's gonna be a new one, because if humanity created it, it's only a matter of time before it creates another one. So maybe there's just too many people. Maybe that's why we can't control. Magical girls can't control it anymore. If there's, 100, 200 years ago, there's not 7 billion people with 7 billion hate, emotions of hate and fear and all that.
She takes like a long drag on her cigarette, and she's like, "Yeah, maybe next time we need more magical girls."
Well, yeah, no. Let's just make it an army. Enlist now in the Magical Girl Corps. I'm sure the U.S. would love it. Have a new weapon.
She's like, "Well, speaking of weapons, that's kind of why I brought you here.
Yeah?
I've decided that you're going to be the one I back."
Ooh.
What?
Listen, it's obvious that Cinnamon, Raspberry, and Cherry are out of the fight. They clearly can't cut it. And as strong as Lollipop is, you all are going to take her out anyway. So that leaves the three of you. And while I like Chie, I don't think she has the fortitude to go through with what needs to be done. And Anya, she kind of trails off. And she's like, Anya's a wreck. The only person that I trust to finish this is you. After all, you've shown your resolve, and you can tell that she's probably talking about the 3 people that you've killed.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that resolve. I'd call that lack of control.
She shrugs, and she's like, call it what you want. You still did it.
But one thing I do know is that you're not telling us everything, that there's something to this story that we're... I can't get the feeling that, we're being manipulated. We're just pawns, that there is a better way. We just don't know what it is.
She's like, there is no other option. Someone has to seal the beast or we let it devour the world. Like, there's no third way here.
How do you know that?
She's like, because I've done this for cycle after cycle after cycle. I'm so tired, and I just want this one to be over so I can sleep for another 100 years.
What do you want me to say? I don't want to die, and I don't want my friends to die. And What if I don't? What if I choose not to kill them?
She's like, what? You want to take my job?
I don't want.
Do you want to just be alive for forever? And then every 100 years, conscript a bunch of girls to kill each other? Does that sound like fun to you? Is that what you want your summer internship to be?
Would it mean they get to live?
What, your friends?
Yeah.
Somebody's got to die. Somebody has to be the sacrificial seal.
What if I? Well, do I have? Well, I mean, you said there could only be one. If I choose to be the sacrifice, would they get to? Could I choose to let them live?
She shrugs. Maybe, if you were strong enough.
So what if I just took out Lollipop? 'Cause she's a fucking psycho. She's probably pulls the wings off of flies in her spare time.
She shrugs and is like, "Yeah, probably. I mean, if you can manage to beat her, she's taken out enough girls that maybe you'd make a good seal. But you'd need to find a way to get power from at least 3 other girls, if you want to make a good seal. So, if you want your friends to live, there's always Michiko, Nana, and Hanako."
So what's this weapon? I mean, so what does this mean supporting me? Like, what are you gonna do for me?
For she's like, she can teach you all the power you've been gaining through like storing up technique kills. Mm-hmm. She can teach you how to use that in a fight.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. If I can spare at least some of them, then I guess it'll be worth it. I've already got enough blood on my hands. What's some more? But they don't deserve it. So, show me what you got.
Okay. I need you, if you accept your training, I need you to roll 2d6.
All right.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, what is happening?
The dice bot hates me. I rolled a 2.
Oh. You rolled a 2?
Yep.
Okay. You have to decide if you want to take a trauma shift or a magic shift.
Oh.
Oh, wow. And if I get 4 shifts total, that means it's an extreme shift?
I think.
Let's see.
Extreme shift.
Oh, of that type of shift. So it's
yeah,
of
that
one
type of shift.
Okay, so
yeah,
I've taken...
if you mark off all the boxes, you get to do an extreme shift.
All right. Let's see here. Let's do a... I've gotten 2 magic shifts and 1 trauma shift. I will take... I'll take another magic shift.
Okay, which one are you taking?
Magical for... Let's see here. Your normal form temporarily takes on an unnatural aspect. I haven't taken that one yet.
So during your training, and it'll persist till a little while after you come back to the apartment, or the house rather, the rich girl's house where all the other magical girls are hanging out. Like the changes that have happened to like your magical form like persist on your normal form. So like you have like really pronounced canines. Just like Anya, like your hands are like essentially claws as you're like training with this weapon. And your hair is all like wild and crazy. It's pretty cool.
All right.
Whoa.
All right.
So she teaches you how to use the power that you've unlocked through the stroke execution technique. So you'll be able to use your technique score in a fight. And it definitely does not have a cost associated with it.
I don't believe that. But I can choose to use the technique or not. It's not automatic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a choice that I made. That's a choice. So
okay.
All right.
So before the next scene, Faye, did you want to have a scene with Aoki?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So what are you doing? Like, how are you approaching?
I probably text her on my shitty phone. I'm probably still sitting on top of or near the Tokyo tree, or the sky tree rather, just kind of like thinking stupidly and angrily. Like what can I do? What can be done? And then like Lisa's words are like, you should probably talk to your friend. Echo in my mind, and I'm just like, God damn it. God fucking damn it. I should. God damn it. I want to. Fuck. So I text Aoki asking her if she wants to. How many places are open still, by the by?
Like there's some shops still open, but like not necessarily restaurants. Like coffee
Okay.
shops, yeah, like things that like already have like a month, like not like a month supply of stuff, but like some places are still open, but like with like really reduced menus. Like, have you ever seen like a fucking Waffle House after a disaster? Like it's kind of like that.
You think there's? Of course, there's Waffle House in Japan. There's Waffle House everywhere.
Of course there is.
There's Denny's, I know that.
That's true. And Denny's is fucking just like one step away from Waffle House. So I'll text.
Denny's is one step away from a lot of places. Waffle House, Carcosa.
Yeah. I'm gonna text Aoki and say, "Do you want to get dinner with me?" And then in parentheses, Denny's, and then in double parentheses, sorry.
Yeah, you get a text back. It's like kind of right away. Like it's enough that like time elapsed between you sending it where you like kind of worry that she didn't get it or she didn't want to respond.
Yeah.
But like enough time that like maybe she was just in the middle of something, like she was doing a thing and then saw her phone.
Cool, because I super overthink it. Like exactly like that. And my heart certainly palpitates.
Okay. Yeah, so she meets you for dinner at Denny's, the most romantic of restaurants.
Look, it's the only place that's still open. I'm a disaster, and the world around me is beginning to look like my inside.
Hey, yeah, so she meets you. She's like,
yeah.
hi.
Hey. So Denny's, I really have no joke for this. This is a terrible restaurant, but it's like the only place that's open. I'm sorry.
She's just like laughs a little bit and she's like, it's fine.
Okay, good. So I figured we should talk, maybe?
She nods and she's like, yeah, we definitely have some things to talk about.
So like we kissed.
She like blushes and is like, yeah.
And like I gave you that. How's she sitting? Where's her hands?
That's up to you. Are you like in the same booth or
Yeah,
like
we're
are you
probably
sitting
in
across from her or like are you sitting on the same side?
I'm not quite confident enough right now to make a power play like sitting on the same side.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably sitting across from her.
Okay.
Like, can I see her hands?
Yeah.
Is she wearing that red ribbon?
Yeah, she's wearing the red ribbon.
Okay. Not gonna lie, that makes Anya a little less worried when she sees her, but still, of course, obscenely worried. So continuing, and I gave you that ribbon and all that. So like I was thinking maybe like is there a thing? Are we doing a thing? Is that a thing? Us?
She like starts laughing. Like she looks like really concerned for a second and then she just like starts laughing.
What?
She's just like, haven't we been a thing since the crepe shop?
That far back?
And she's like, this whole time I just thought you were going really slow.
Anya kind of puts her head in her hands for a second and like thinks and is recounting everything. And then finally looks back up, face red, but like kind of determined. So that means that we can kiss again.
She like gets like super embarrassed, but she's like laughing and nodding at the same time.
So, okay, cool. That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, someone
What?
very popular in America.
Me? I try not to think about my time in America.
She just nods sagely.
I don't know. I don't remember though. Anyway, that wasn't the whole reason that I wanted to talk.
She's like, yeah, there are a lot better places to kiss than at Denny's.
I mean, I'm still, if it's okay and you would like that, I would still like to do that. But
She like messes with her finger. She's like rubbing her fingers together, like kind of nervously, but like she obviously isn't gonna say no.
okay, I hold my hand out, palm up towards her.
She takes it with the one that the ribbon's tied around.
God, that's awesome. I lean forward and kiss the top of her palm, and then lean back and say, "What was going through your mind when you saw me fighting?"
She like doesn't answer for a little while. Like it takes her a long time to actually like form words. Like this is like really hard to talk about. And she's like, I was really worried that you were going to do something to hurt Lisa.
I am too. I don't know what happened, but whenever I'm transformed, whenever I'm armored up, I don't know. It's like something is happening in my head. It feels, and I look around at the Denny's, just at the room, making sure that there aren't any like waitresses around.
Mm-hmm.
It felt good to do that.
And she kind of like looks away at that because like that definitely scares her.
Her looking away scares me. And I retreat into my seat and just kind of look away from her, and I'm not really sure where to continue from there. It reminds me of something that I ran from, and I hate it.
She starts telling you a story, and it's kind of like a long-winded story, and it doesn't seem like it has anything to do like with the current predicament. Like she like talks about her childhood, and she talks about growing up with her parents. And then she talks about how after her father died, like her older brother was kind of like in charge around the house.
Oh, yeah.
And he like sort of like fell in with like a bad crowd. And like, when he'd like bring his friends over and they'd be like really like rambunctious would be like a nice way to put it. And they would cause problems, but like her mom never did anything to stop them. And she would just like let things happen, like even though like they were like causing some serious issues like with the family, like her mom just like couldn't stand to start a conflict.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I guess what I'm saying is like I too like worry about becoming like the worst parts of my past.
So what should we do then? We're both here trying to look forward, but we feel that looming presence on our backs. What do we do? I don't want to turn into that. I want to be the best person I can be, assuming even if the world ends tomorrow night, I want to be the best person I can for you and for myself.
She's like, I think that's the thing that we can do. I mean, like, the world hasn't ended yet, and we are still both here. So, I mean, like, that's what we should do, right? Is just be the best people we can be.
But I don't know what that means. I don't know how to.
So she squeezes your hand, and she's like, we can figure out what that means together. And then she like gets really bushy, and she's like, with everyone else, you know, teamwork.
Despite the tenseness of the situation, I raise my eyebrows at her, kind of give a mischievous grin.
And she's like blushes, and she's like, "What?
No, maybe this shouldn't be a group activity. I feel like Chie and Lisa have been put through enough because of me."
She's like, "But whatever happens, like, you still need to like stick with your friends, right?"
I plan to stick with them through all of this. There's no way that I'm going to abandon them, and if it comes down to it, I'd do anything to make sure that you or them got out of this all right.
She like shakes her head and she's like, you don't need to worry about me, but like you need to protect your friends. Like I saw how badly beat up they were when you introduced me to them. So clearly you're the strong one in the group.
I just look strong because I don't fight with magic. I'm certainly not the strongest.
She just kind of like shrugs and is like, well,
besides, you're biased.
She like harums. She's like, I don't know what you mean biased.
I do. Besides.
She's like, maybe I just have a good eye for these things.
Oh, yeah?
And
Which one?
Tries really hard to like wink at you, but like she's not very good at it. So she kind of has to like blink each eye in turn. She like overdoes it. Like she like scrunches up that side of her face.
Cannon laugh. Okay. I reach out my hand, or I guess I assume we're still holding hands.
Yeah, you're still holding hands.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, so I just kind of hold her hand and idly play with that red string that she still has tied around there.
Okay.
So I think then, assuming that the world isn't going to end, and assuming it is going to end, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter to me right now. I would like to spend some time with you and just exist, if that would be all right.
I would like that a lot, Nya-san.
You don't have to use san with me, please.
And she blushes and she's like, you can just call me Aoki too.
Aoki.
Yeah.
And I assume that the waitress shows up to take our order.
Mm-hmm. Completely killing the mood.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a romantic Denny's dinner.
Hey, you gotta take what you can get when the world.
So you're all back. Eventually, you all come back to the house of Cinnamon Ruler. And do you share any of your findings with anyone? Like, do you all tell each other like what went down? Like what
Hell
you
yeah.
did?
Fuck yeah, I do.
You just like come in and you kick down the door and you're like, "Hey everyone, I have a girlfriend."
What's up? Kiss the girl.
Why aren't you kissing her now?
And you liked it, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that... You're surprisingly up on pop culture.
I work in a factory. I have very little free time.
Worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait. Is Aoki with me?
Yeah, Aoki's with you. She came back with you.
Okay, cool. That is
Better
a good
be holding
point,
hands.
Chie. Of course I am. That is a good point, Chie. I will remedy that immediately. And I turn to Aoki and kind of look at her, waiting for just to make sure that she's comfortable with it.
Yeah, I mean, like she's like a little embarrassed, but she's like not gonna fight you on it. Like it's something she wants to do.
Oh, okay, cool. I peck her on the cheek.
What was that?
When you turn back,
What was that?
Like grabs you by the collar and like makes sure you do it properly.
Oh! I didn't want to make her uncomfortable. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll dive in. I'll play.
So, do you tell them anything that Vivian told Lisa, or what Chie was doing at Aya's house, or where even Chie was?
You two got up to some dangerous bullshit, and I guess, good for you on that. Good luck, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it was you. You were also in dangerous bullshit, but of the heart. So
Yeah.
Dangerous bullshit of the heart.
Yeah.
My
Fair.
new light novel.
Well, certainly, if Chie goes, I will. I feel compelled to divulge my secret. But if not, then I will say, well, we still need to address the pressing issue. Do we follow through with what we've been told, or do we try to find another way?
I've been talking with Aya.
Who's Aya?
Lollipop Berserker.
I spit out my coffee.
What?
I lost Chumsuke a while back, and turns out she's the one that found it, or found him. So, and I just a couple hours ago, I went to go see her and check up on her.
And you didn't tell us? Is that where you portaled out to when we were trying to talk to you earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Chie, what the fuck?
Is she here? I look out the windows. Is she here?
Yeah, wait, what?
Yeah.
No, she's not here.
Huh. I guess she's. Well,
Did
she
she just
a normal
let
person?
you go?
Yeah. She really likes Chumsuke.
Your cat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, fair, yeah.
But yeah, she's a nice girl.
Well, I guess
I don't think you can be a nice girl and also a murderer. I start to finish that, but then look over to Lisa.
Well, speaking of that, Vivian was the one who messaged me, and
What?
She thinks I'm the one to make the seal to finish it, but she taught me how to use that energy that I got from what I did in battle. I don't have to use it.
Okay.
She said if not everyone has to die. If I were to, kill 3 more, one of them.
I immediately tally everyone in the room.
Yeah.
Like mentally, quietly.
So obviously not including Lisa, there is 6 magical girls in the room.
Yeah.
So, oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
That sadistic new part of my brain starts like bubbling up.
Oh, you don't have no idea. Like, I'm the one who's got blood. I'm the one who's done it. So I'm the one.
I clench my fist and kind of like.
So
I half stance up against you.
Yeah.
But like I'm waiting.
So if I gain the strength of 3 more, then I wouldn't have to. She said I should be able to, seal the monster and and so the rest of you could live. So we don't all have to die.
But 3 of us have to die, and that is
4.
I mean, I still don't.
I mean, I still have to die regardless.
God, 4 of us.
No,
I'm sorry. That's still not acceptable.
Nope. Well, that's what. Well, I mean, we let the world die. We do what I just said, or we find another thing to do.
I vote the other thing.
We don't know what that is, though.
We might find out. Well, what was that, Bridget?
Do you tell Anya that Vivian was very adamant that Anya should not be the seal?
Oh yeah, I'll bring that up. She believes that you're not stable enough, Anya.
Me?
To be the seal.
Okay, listen.
And she doesn't have the will to do it, but she's really adamant about that.
Wow. So fuck her. I knew that she was an asshole. So she literally just invited you over to roast us.
No, she invited me to teach me how to become a killing machine, more so.
And then
good.
And then
did she say specifically why I was unstable? I mean, I'm not gonna deny that, but low blow.
Out of character, I can't remember if she did or not.
If she said why? No, she's just very, very particular that Anya can't be the seal.
Yeah, she was just really. I thought it was unusual. She thought it was really.
Well, fuck her then.
You can
maybe
there's a reason why. Maybe this. Remember, the one thing we do know is that we're not being told the whole story. And I specifically brought that with Vivian, and she wouldn't reveal anything else. So maybe there's some secret. Maybe there's something about you that is part of doing this the other way. The secret. Happy ending.
Crimson Ruler is still here, right?
Yeah, and she pipes up. She's like, if all you need is the power of 3 other magical girls, like, you don't necessarily need to kill us. And she kind of feels bad about, like, saying that, like, she's kind of hedging it a little bit.
What do you mean? You can transfer it willingly?
She's like, I can transfer power, but it's just not a pleasant experience.
Who the fuck gives a shit about pleasant? I've been through worse for less.
She's like, well, there's 2 big reasons that I didn't bring this up until now. One, the experience, honestly, death feels a little bit preferable, but also like as far as like fighting the beast goes, like it's less effective if we transfer power in this way as opposed to like just the actual like dual. Like,
so everyone would have to go through it.
She's like, no, just the people who are receiving power and the people that we're taking power from.
Okay, but does it the same number of people, or is there like would it have to be
all right
4?
Okay, Lisa.
Yeah,
I think it's 1-1.
Okay,
Lisa. If anybody, because Vivian was so against it, if we're going to go the seal route, if there ends up a situation where we absolutely have to go the seal route, I advocate that I be the seal because I don't trust Vivian. I don't trust her at all. And her trying to push you into it, I don't want to do what she wants.
Yeah, but 1, I don't know if you would be strong enough to do it. And 2, sealing's kind of doesn't sound like a survivable thing. and you have someone. I've already, I've already said my goodbyes.
You haven't said your goodbyes to me.
I'm not looking forward to it, but
Look, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen. I'm saying if we find ourselves in a situation that's unavoidably, we have to seal it.
All right.
I'll be the one to do it.
So, yeah, I guess I could transfer my power to you then.
I have a plan, actually.
What's your plan?
So, Chie, you met with Lollipop Berserker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crimson Ruler can transfer power. Does that transfer the power of? Does that transfer the power of just that magical girl, or the power in total?
Power in total, but you need willing subjects. Like, you can't give up your power unless you want to.
I mean, we can still try to talk to Lollipop Berserker about this. Granted, I don't know how into this plan she'll be.
I can check with her.
Could you?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Like right now?
Like right now.
Yeah, like right now.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me for one moment. Well, shit.
Do you have any bargaining chips you could use with her? Anything that she'd want?
The cat?
No.
Kind of played that one a little bit already.
I don't think I can use Chumsuke as a bargaining chip.
I mean, he's your cat. You shouldn't use your own cat as a. That's terrible.
Yeah. Why would anyone ever suggest that? Anyways, I'm gonna. I'll text her first before portaling over again.
Okay. So what do you want to text her?
You know what? I'm not gonna text her. I'm gonna scribble a note and send it over in a mini portal.
Okay.
Because that's way cooler.
Are we friends? Circle yes or no.
Also, do you want to talk about how we might be able to save existence?
Without dying.
She send the note pops back through the portal, and it's like, yeah, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna write back. Everyone's here, and I guess it'd be cool if you want to talk face to face, but we could also set up like a tube for the portal so we can hear you.
She's like, this is really annoying. I would rather just come.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll make the portal bigger, and she's probably going to end up walking onto the table.
Mm-hmm. She comes out weapon first.
Yeah,
and her chainsaw slams down onto the table because she thought this was a trick.
Hey.
She's really surprised when she comes through the portal ready for battle and nobody's transformed.
Hi, Aya. Everyone, this is Aya.
Her circular blade is spinning through the table and into the floor, and she
we're all just kind of
really
quietly
embarrassed.
looking at it. Yeah.
She's just I mean, it's not. We're none of it. No one's scared at this point. We're just yeah, okay, whatever.
You spilled my drink.
She's like, sorry.
Here, let me take care of that. I'll bring out the orange juice for everyone. Hey,
she's just hefting her giant axe and sipping her orange juice.
I appreciate it, but I'm not supposed to drink orange juice, so.
Oh, well, shit.
I'll make coffee.
That would be great. I think this is going to be a long night.
All right, I make coffee. Cool. I rolled to make coffee. Let's see how good it is.
So, use your technique.
No! The coffee would unmake existence.
So, I explained the situation to Aya about what Crimson Ruler can do, and actually, no. I leave it vague as to which one of us can transfer power. Mm-hmm. But I explained to her that, we found a way to transfer power, and we can set someone up as the seal, if it comes to that. Or we can set someone up to maybe break this cycle.
She, kind of like shrugs and she's like, I guess it doesn't matter like who you set up. Like one of you's gonna have to fight Vivian.
Why do we have to? I look at Lisa.
Vivian told me she's just the keeper, the one who chooses the magical girls, and has to make sure that the cycle is fulfilled every century.
And I was like, yeah, and she's also the executor of the seal.
Wait, she's the one breaking the seal?
She's like, yeah, like whenever someone comes up as the seal, like she's the one that has to sacrifice them. Like, didn't she tell you that? That's
No.
like the first thing she
Of
told
course
you.
not.
No, she didn't tell me that she was the one sacrificing. She did contact me earlier today and said that I was the best chance to make the seal against the monster.
She's like, yeah, like isn't that why you've been like killing each other? She's like, it's so horrible to like die as the seal. Like it's better if you kill people in the duels.
That's why I haven't been killing anybody, because I think this whole thing is stupid.
She like says, you're stupid.
You're stupid.
You're stupid.
Listen here.
Girls, please. We're...
How old are you? You're like 5.
I'm not 5. I'm going to be 16 next month.
You're not even 6. You're not even 16. Don't give her coffee.
I'm giving her coffee.
She takes the coffee and sticks her tongue out at you.
Yeah, get her, Emoto.
High five.
She's
You're so
actually
mature.
a lot more mature than most 16-year-olds. Most 16-year-olds would have been blowing up large parts of Tokyo with this kind of power. The fact that she's only...
What makes you think she hasn't?
Well, I mean... she's here talking to us instead of just mindlessly fighting.
Look, the beast.
I'm looking, one eye.
Really? I like half armor up. Like I reach out, grip the table that's like part broken, and some of the armor kind of cracks into existence.
Anja-san, please. Come on. You're
Do you have any sore spot? Fine. All right. Fine. That was just
Crimson Ruler like rubs Chie's arm and she's like, it's fine. I can afford new furniture.
I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. I am.
Right.
You brought us into your beautiful home, and all we're doing is fighting.
Really, it's not that beautiful. It's fine.
I am so embarrassed.
I glare at Aya and then at Chie, and then kind of shake my armor off and sit back down. Fine, sorry. It was just a nerve. She struck a nerve. That's all it was. So, listen, I have an idea. I know I'm not usually the one to come up with ideas, but God, it's getting bad out there.
It's so bad. Sirens all the time.
My idea is that Vivian's the executor of the seal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We can talk to her. There's a chance that we can figure something out if we can talk to Vivian. I don't know what this beast is, but if it talks, then we can talk to it. Like, I don't understand why why we have to start killing each other in advance of the beast showing up. Like, does the beast show up and boom, instantly the world's gone? Like, what? I assume this would be a process, right?
From what I can recall, the shadows are sourced from humans, and the magical girls wanted a way to end all of it, so I just assumed the beast would kill all humans, as it were.
There's like a loud crash, like outside, and it starts pouring down rain.
Great.
I'm gonna look outside.
It's raining like really heavily. Like it's like thunderstorm kind of weather. And you don't remember when the clouds started? Because it was like clear like way earlier today.
I'm
sure it's fine. Just a coincidence.
It's monsoon season. Yeah, and not monsoon
Yeah, it's
season.
not monsoon season.
Yeah.
Listen, I think that we should approach Vivian. I think we should try and give talking to her together one last shot. If we can even talk to her. If that doesn't work, then Crimson Ruler, you can you can exchange power without killing people. Why don't we just do that? And then you said it's painful. That's fine. I can bear it.
Yeah, painful would be putting it mildly.
That's fine. Like I said, I can put up with that. And if someone has
Crimson Ruler, how about you explain that power that you have, I guess, a little bit more clearly?
She's like, well, when a mommy loves a daddy, she's like, no, I'm just kidding. But essentially, it's a bit like merging bloodlines. Like, you take the ancestral memory of one magical girl and you give it to another magical girl, and that incurs a transfer of power. The downside is it's a transfer of ancestral memory, and that experience isn't pleasant, to say the least.
So we gotta get spirit married?
Kinda?
Oh, okay. Weird.
So are you all just like, do you want to load like Sweet Valkyrie up with like a bunch of magical girl power?
I guess?
Well, you said you wanted to talk to the Vivian first. Maybe we should do that.
Yeah, if it's possible to talk to Vivian.
The next time you talk to Vivian, it will be just before she attempts to kill all of you.
Great. So yeah, because she was, I mean, I'll put it to a vote, but because Vivian was so insistent that I not be the seal, I insist that I be the seal.
Yeah, like the other magical girls like don't really care. Like Cherry Archer is in favor of Anya being the recipient because like she feels like she owes Anya something. But the rest of the girls are kind of ambivalent.
Cherry Archer.
I mean, I feel either this is the best idea or the worst idea, but Vivian hasn't been, telling the truth with us, so and she really doesn't want you to be the seal. Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to survive it.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Crimson Ruler, you said that each archetype of magical girl has a specialty.
Just like, I mean, yeah, I guess you can kind of think of it that way.
What's the specialty of the Valkyrie?
Valkyrie? Oh, perseverance. I thought you would have figured that out by now.
Listen, I'm going to level with you. I'm really dumb.
She's like, hi. She like pats your shoulder. Okay, math.
I can't reply. You've got me.
Just kiss your girlfriend.
So which magical girl do you want to take power from first?
I'm trying to decide if it should be Aoki first or last.
Well, it can't be Cinnamon Ruler until the very last one because she has to facilitate the transfer.
Aoki first, then. If she's okay with it.
Are you sure you want to take healer power?
I mean, yeah, the healer. She is the healer.
Oh shit!
If
okay.
There's a side effect. She, you said it hurts a lot. Maybe hurt as in like cause a heart attack.
So you can take Cherry Archer, Cinnamon Ruler, Raspberry Assassin, and Lollipop Berserker, and then you can just leave your friends and Mint Healer alone, or you can get all of the magical girl power and stack it up in Anya. I mean, I don't care.
I'll leave my friends alone.
Okay,
I'll take the other ones.
Okay, so do you want to start with Cherry Archer?
Actually, yeah.
Cherry Archer. Okay.
Cherry Archer.
So take one trauma, and then roll 2 6-sided die.
Should we resolve the shift first, or
does it cause a shift?
Yes.
Okay, what is it like a normal trauma shift, or?
It's my last trauma shift.
Ooh.
Okay, so what's the last
Can we go in the backyard before we do this?
Where it's raining?
We can get there's an umbrella or something like that, but I mean, like, I kind of want there to be a roof for this house, and I feel like maybe the house won't survive this, per se. Or maybe if there's a garage, I don't know.
So the last one that you have left is one of your past selves takes control for a time and does something strange?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have kind of a suggestion for that one, but I don't know if it would be all right.
Let me hear what you want.
Here, okay. So, I was thinking maybe this could be a past self for Anya. Like, so Anya is a trans girl, and I was wondering if maybe this past self could be her before she started transitioning.
I suppose, yeah.
Because I feel
Man,
like that would be the most horrific for her.
all I got
Okay.
was a shitty grandma.
Sorry, dude.
And so what is this like? What is this? What is the surprise?
Really angry. Really just an angry and unhappy person.
It's just like you like start saying some like terrible things, some very hurtful things.
Some definitely hurtful things. Yeah, definitely hurtful things. Comments about like people letting her down. Just being not so great. Like internally and taking it out externally.
Okay. Yeah, so you have this like huge and very emotional outburst. So if Chie and Lisa, if you can go ahead and roll 2d6 to keep your calm.
7?
6.
Yeah, so this is obviously not the best time you've ever had, but like you understand that this is like a difficult process and like shit happens. So like you manage to just like let her sort of like let everything blow over. And then you're like, yeah, that's definitely going to require a couple years of therapy.
Ooh, sorry, everybody. So do I also extreme shift now?
No, but I do
Okay.
need you to roll 2 die.
I got a 9.
Okay, yeah. So it works like a lot better than you thought it was going to. It's like kind of uncomfortable, but at the same time, like it's also like kind of reassuring. Like having all of these past like Cherry Archer lives, like obviously they're not all pleasant, but you're kind of
Yeah.
able to like draw strength from the more positive ones, like Cherry Archers that like really believed in the cause and like helping people. So like it is like pretty horrific, but like it doesn't make you any worse for wear.
Okay.
So Cherry Archer is like kind of confused at the end of it. Like there's like gaps in her like real memory now. Like she doesn't have the ancestral memory anymore. So like for a little while, like she kind of forgets where she is. And she kind of forgets who you all are, but like it's also like she can remember you. And she like doesn't really have a good grasp on where the last 3 months have went.
That's probably for the best.
So like Aoki like starts singing to her, and
Okay.
Simon like, "All right, you want to do this again?"
I mean, no, but yeah.
Okay. So same thing. Take 1 trauma and then roll 2 die again.
Okay. That's a 6.
Okay. Yeah. So this is not as comforting as last time. You're taking the memories of Raspberry Assassin, and like it's mostly like her current life that you get a lot of the strong memories from, and it's not been good. Like before she became a magical girl, like she was like really bullied, and she felt like the only way that she could deal with that is sort of like hiding or escaping from everyone else. Hence why she always has that like little mask, and that kind of like builds into her magical girl persona. So you take an extra trauma because it's really hard to deal with that.
Oh, good.
It's
Good.
like having 20 like living through 20 years of
Yeah.
someone's like awful life in like the span of a couple seconds.
So I'm definitely like soundlessly crying now.
Do you want to keep going? You want to do Lollipop Berserker?
Yeah?
Ooh, that's
Okay.
the mother load. You'll get all the power that way.
Yeah, so go ahead and take 1 trauma. And what do you want your extreme shift to be?
Normal form permanently takes on an unnatural aspect.
Okay. So you know the claw-like hands that you get when you're in a magical girl? That's all the time now.
Great. Awesome. Okay. Okay. Do I need to roll those dice still?
Yes, you do.
Okay. 2.
Really?
2.
Really?
2.
Yeah.
I die for cover.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you take 1 trauma and 1 magic, because it's really hard. Like Lollipop Berserkers apparently do not have very good lives, and it is impossible for you to see like the good parts of it. It is just like trauma after trauma, and it is soaked in blood.
Okay.
How's Aya doing? She hanging in there?
Yeah, then like it's like a weight has been lifted from their shoulders, like no longer having the ancestral memory, but like at the same time, like it kind of like takes bits and pieces of like the last 3 months or so of their lives. So like they have a slightly hard time like remembering who people are and where they are, like what the day is and things like that. Like it involves
Does she
like
remember
real
Jimsuke?
significant. Yeah, she remembers Junsuke.
Okay. Yeah, I've definitely like collapsed to my knees. I don't even really say anything. I just kind of look at Crimson Ruler pleadingly, crying a whole lot.
So she like drops down to her knees and she like pulls you in for a really tight hug. And she's like, "Thank you so much for doing this. I'm so, so sorry." And you take one more trauma and you need to roll some dice.
Oh, please, dice. 5.
Okay, yeah, so you take one trauma and one magic.
I magic shift.
Okay, what magic shift do you want to take?
My normal form temporarily takes on an unnatural aspect.
Okay. So like your hair like gets all like wild and like poofy and crazy and like a kind of like mane, and for the briefest moments like you're like your canines elongate and it's like your mouth is just like full of like sharp teeth. And it's extremely uncomfortable as you like experience like all the memories of Crimson Rulers, who have the unfortunate position of like kind of like playing point for each of the magical girl things. So it's fine in the beginning, and it just slowly turns into like kind of like overseeing a factory floor of like the bloodshed of like magical girls. Like it's like they've like had the responsibility of like ensuring that the duels like carry out and things like that. So it's kind of like they always watch everyone else die and then they die last.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like she's kind of out of it. So she's like kind of stunned, but like it seems like it's important that she still is hugging you. So she like doesn't break off, but like, she's like really confused.
Oh, okay. I limply reach up and pat her head, and then break the hug and stand up.
So you feel real strong now. Also, you're having a bad time, but you feel real strong.
Bad time, I think, undersells it. I look down. Is it which of my hands got weird?
Oh, it was both of them.
Oh, okay. I look down at my hands then, and just kind of like flex them. Is my right hand still kind of like messed up? Where
yeah,
I don't
like,
have. Okay. Like with a, do I not have fine motor control in my right hand still?
yeah, you've always never had, and that like persists during your magical girl transformation.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really say anything. I just kind of stand there. I've stopped crying, but I don't really say anything.
Some set of pearly whites you got there.
I elbow Chie.
What?
Here, I put my hand on Anya's shoulder. It's okay. We just whenever you're ready, we'll go see Vivian.
Is it? I look at Aoki.
So Aoki is obviously extremely concerned, but like she doesn't look scared, or at least not scared of you, like more like scared for you. And so she like comes over and like takes you by the hand and like squeezes it meaningfully.
Yeah, usually when we, tap in a little too much into the magic, our normal forms change back, as long as you don't overextend. It doesn't seem like you overextended. So,
I reach out and touch Chie with my, like, what, how do the hands look? Like, what, describe them for me.
It's kind of like there's like, you can like see the individual bones of your like fingers, like they stick out more. And then you like your fingers don't end in nails so much as they end in like claws.
Okay. I very carefully reach out then and touch Chie so that I don't like get her with the claws. Mm-hmm. And I say, I think these are here to stay.
We can get gloves. It's fine.
Heck of a glove.
Yep.
I look over.
Just tell everyone you're a cosplayer.
Yeah, I look over at Aoki and I just kind of mumble, I hope I can clip these.
She's like, maybe we'll need a file of some kind.
Okay. Yeah, despite all of this, I am trying to keep like a strong face, despite the face being covered in dried tears. Yeah, I'm ready when everyone else is. What should we do about them? I kind of gesture at like Cherry Archer and Crimson Ruler and them.
Hey, if everyone would be so kind as to line up in front of the light-filled hole in the wall, you will be taken to a small apartment located approximately. Hold on, let me get my phone here.
There's not really anything wrong with the house they're in right now, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be there if you need it. So, yeah.
Junsuke like walks to the portal and he's like, "Burn."
See?
I imagine Junsuke. Have you seen the what is it? It's like the Oji-san to Neko comics where it's like this really fat, kind of like round cat that has a weird face. That's what I imagine Junsuke is like.
That's fine. That is.
Wait,
that
you're
is a
saying
fine
he looks like
pencil
Iggy from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Is that what
No,
not like that. No,
Don't.
No one looks like Iggy. How dare you?
all right.
This is my imaginary cat, Ross. Back off.
I was just asking. I'm not now. Gee, all right. Doesn't look like it.
All right, so you're all going to go to the showdown with Velvet Rogue.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So as you like roll up to the coffee shop, like she's obviously like been waiting for you, and this time she's in her actual like magical girl form. So her hair is like super long, and it's like tied up with ribbons though. But she's got like one of those like sick like red mage hats with like the little feather.
The panache.
And she actually looks like really cool with like her like sweeping costume and stuff. Except her weapon is already in a scythe form. And it's like all made of bone, so it's like this like long handle, like it's made out of like the arm, like the skeletal arm of some creature, and it's got a huge scythe blade on it, which is again also made out of like polished bone. So she'd look really cool if she didn't also look extremely menacing.
I see.
I gesture towards her with my bony fingers. And kind of let out that, are my teeth still fucked up, too?
Yeah, well, no, because that was temporary, so it's like gone now. But your hands are always fucked up, even when you aren't transformed.
Yep. Yeah, I gesture towards her with my bony hands, just kind of comparing our similarities, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. She like smiles back at you, and she's got a mouth full of like fangs.
Expected that, yeah.
In the air behind her, like it's a little hard to see at first, but there's like kind of like a crack. It's like a vertical crack that like black smoke kind of is like spilling out of, and it like very quickly like dissipates. But you can like see like a red like pupil kind of behind it. Like there's something just on the edge of it, like looking out at you.
Oh, good.
Oh, is that
and she's like, I take it we didn't come here to do this the easy way.
Of course not, because that way involves killing each other. I don't know how. I'm getting really, really tired of repeating myself.
Hey, that's the thing that I saw when I tried to sneak in here before.
Is that the beast?
And she nods. She's like, yeah, more or less.
So if you're the one who's obviously raising the beast, Lollipop said you're the one who breaks the seal in the first place.
She's like, yeah, my coffee shop is right on top of where the beast slumbers. So every cycle, I get a new seal, and I sacrifice it and use her blood to put the beast back to sleep again for another cycle.
Why are you saying that? Like you can't just let one seal stay? Like,
she's like, no, it weakens over time. With that, it only took one seal.
Well, I still don't think you're telling us the truth, and
And regardless of whether or not you're telling us the truth, I don't like it.
So, have at you, I guess?
No, not yet.
No, not yet? Okay.
As much as I dislike you for how manipulative you've been, and how just skeezy you make me feel,
Why, thank you.
I still want to talk this out. I don't understand. I don't understand this at all. We were able to transfer power to me from the others without killing anyone.
And she's like, yeah, and it was a fun experience, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I have lifetimes of sadness and hope rattling around inside my head, and I don't know quite what I'll do with it.
And she says, congratulations, now you know what it's like to be me.
I see. What's her class again?
Rogue.
So I'm curious, Vivian, what's the rogue do?
What is like the rogue's like special ability?
Mm-hmm.
The rogue's special ability is like trickery, which she hasn't used on you guys. That's just old-fashioned misdirection. Like the trick used is to like keep the beast sealed. Like that's why she's the one here.
Huh.
Why don't you want Anya to be the one to seal it?
She's like, because I don't know that I could trust Anya. I know that you would have done the right thing and sealed the beast, but if Anya came face to face with her, I don't know what she'd allow it to do.
You keep... Every now and then, someone lets slip something like that. A her, or she, or something humanizing about the beast.
And she's like, yeah, and I knew you'd catch on to that. And that's why you can't be the seal.
That's why you think I can't be the seal. And frankly, I think you're unqualified to make that judgment.
She's like, well, we'll see. And she jumps down from where she is and comes at you with her scythe.
Fuck her. Fuck you, I say in character.
So, yeah, can I have you roll 2 die?
Just her?
Yeah, just her.
Okay. I'm rolling in the dark because my lights are off, and I have to compare them to my laptop screen once I roll them. But I can see what the numbers are. 6 and 5. 11.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so, yeah, you like to see that attack coming, so, like, you can get out of it, like, right out of the way, and then you also kind of unbalance her a little, so, like, she's, like, let her guard down and trying to attack you, so, like, you can get a really good hit in.
Nice. Okay. Can I immediately do that?
Sure can.
Okay. And what mechanically, what is all this girl power that I have amped into me doing?
It makes you really, really strong. So I'm gonna be modifying your rolls after you tell me what they are.
Oh, tight. That is a 10.
Okay.
And what I'd like to try to do is I imagine she kind of like swung at me, and I want to, as she lunges past, I'm going to, in one motion, armor up and stomp on the middle of her back and try to drive her into the dirt.
Work the body! Work the body!
So, score 2 hits for the purposes of counting successes. So, what do Lisa and Chie want to do?
Yeah, obviously I'm a magical girl form, and I'm looking around to see if there's anyone else, like if the beast is going to attack or anything, and making sure, you know.
No, but there's just like little like claws like peeking over the edge of the tear, like trying to force it wider.
Okay, so the beast is trying to escape right now, or trying to get out. Okay. I will.
I mean, like it's not in any danger in like the next few minutes of like popping out, so like you can like take time to fight.
Yeah, I'll take a swing at Vivian. I will.
Sure.
Just try. I'll get up close and personal. I'll just have lightning boots, I just like lightning shoots out of my boots, and so I just skate forward and just clobber her over the head with the lightning rod.
Sure.
Lightning roller derby.
7. But I'm specifically not using the technique she taught me because I think that's a trap.
Okay, yeah. So you like skate over there and like slam into her and like unleash your like charged attack. And it does. It hits her. It hits her real bad. Chie, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna set up a ring of portals around her head and send my funnels flying through them in the same circular, manner. But rather than them actually trailing predictably, they're phasing in and out of random positions. So let's shoot her. That's a 5.
Okay, so your magic backfires as it rebounds off of how incredibly strong she is, and so you have to take 1 trauma or 1 magic as the lasers come back at you and just overwhelm you.
Let's take that trauma shift. Yay!
All right, what trauma shift do you want to have?
Or no, I mean, sorry,
Okay, trauma point.
Trauma point. Yeah.
Okay. So she spins up off the ground and unleashes her counterattack, which is these devastating series of slashes that you can't even see coming. They're so fast. So if everybody wants to go ahead and roll 2 dice, starting with Faye.
Okay. While I'm rolling these dice, what's Aoki doing in all that?
Aoki's just chilling. She came with you.
I just want to make sure she ain't getting slashed or some bullshit was happening.
Is she at least cheering her on? I mean,
yeah, you know.
Okay.
Getting the Owens going.
I got a 6.
Okay, yeah. So it kind of fucks you up a little bit. So you don't take trauma or magic or anything, but it's really hard to withstand that assault.
Okay.
Lisa.
5.
Okay, yeah. So you have to take 1 trauma or 1 magic as her blades slip past your defenses and slice you up.
Yeah, I'll take a trauma.
Okay.
I'm getting caught.
And then Chie.
Hey, that's 9.
Nice. So you don't actually manage to counter her, but you find it a lot easier to dodge through the cuts and stuff than the other ones did. So you actually come out quite ahead of the games. It must be those maid-like reflexes.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so this is your last round of combat, so you gotta get in your good punches.
My good okay, shit.
Urge to overdrive intensifies.
She's a stronger opponent than normal, so you need 8 total successes to beat her. How many? You have 3.
Oh, we can't win unless we all overdrive.
That's not true, because Anya scored 2 successes last time.
Okay, so Anya just needs to get a regular success, but at least one of us needs to get to do an overdrive.
Or you need to use that technique that she taught you.
I feel like if you have a choice between technique and overdrive, if those are your 2 options, you're fucked either way.
Yeah. But that's assuming you don't fail your roll, Anya.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, what's her position now? She's just finished slashing us?
Mm-hmm. She's cut up the concrete all around you.
I'm gonna go for the classic. I want to grab her weapon and, as we're trying to fight over it, just break it over my knee.
Okay.
Hold on, as I compare these, I see them under the light. That's an 11.
Yeah, you score another excellent success. So that's another 2 hits, and you get a +1 to whoever wants to attack her again as you take your weapon and you shatter the blade of it on your knee, so it's still a blade because you can't break the whole thing. But once you realize you can't destroy the weapon, I assume you just suplex her into the concrete.
So yeah, Chia, one of us has to do an overdrive because there's no way. I mean, we're only getting 1 success if we succeed.
If you want to be sure, both of you can overdrive.
I mean, that's one of us gets an overdrive, and then the other person has to roll at least has to roll pretty well.
I'll overdrive.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I mean, but yeah, no, we can't lose this fight. And I'll save the last technique for the boss because you got to save that. Got to have something to go up to. So I will overdrive as well.
Okay, so who's are you gonna do an overdrive together?
Yes, we'll do a tandem. Overdrive.
Okay. So you both take one magic no matter what.
Okay.
Cool.
As it's like the power of your overdrive. Lisa, like you're like out of breath after you use your technique. Like you're like really out of breath. Like it's hard to breathe.
Awesome.
And Chie. All right, sure, that's fine.
That doesn't. It's not.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
Chie, so you know how you kind of just have that ghost feeling in your left arm?
Mm-hmm.
You have no feeling
no.
in your right arm.
Oh no!
So it's not like gone or anything. You have a feeling that when you're unpowered, you won't be able to use it for anything.
Oh my god.
You can still rub your face on Junsuke. Like,
Please.
So yeah, you crush her and she like goes down screaming because like now that she's defeated like all of the like years and years and years of sacrifices that were like keeping her bound here just sort of like fade away, and she just like starts to like like how in like oh god, like the more recent Zelda games and like things like that where people like kind of like pixelate as they like disappear, like it's exactly like that.
Okay, wait, so she just disappears in front of us?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
And it kind of seems like she was the last thing holding the tear in reality together. So it splits open, and this like three-headed, like kind of like dog-looking thing that like is sort of made out of shadow, but like you can also like see its features like comes through, and it's enormous. Like it's like each head is like the size of the coffee shop, and it like reaches down and it swallows Anya.
Whoa!
I will use my technique on it.
Okay, sure.
Yep. Anya, no! Oh shit! I rolled an 11.
Okay, yeah. So you like cut one of the heads, and like its like throat like falls open, and it's like bleeding ink everywhere.
I was aiming to rescue Anya. So.
But like it like opens its mouth, but like nothing comes out. It's like Anya has gone somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay.
So Anya, you wake up in like inky blackness. And you can't see anything like other than yourself. Like it's just this like endless void that just goes on forever.
Okay, so it's like it's not that I can't see, it's just there is nothing.
There is nothing. And you're looking around and you like don't see anything until you hear a voice from over your shoulder. And when you turn around, there's like a woman seated on like kind of like a dog, like if a dog was like enormous and made only out of heads. So it's like a throne made out of these like snapping, like gnashing, like wolf like maws. And she's seated at the top of it, and she's in a like long like black dress that has like fur trim at like the collar and like the sleeves and stuff. And despite how like chaotic the heads are, like she's like perfectly still, like she's like perfectly balanced on the top of these heads. And her hair is just like this like massive like black mane, like she almost kind of looks like bestial herself. And she looks at you with her piercing red eyes, and she's like, "Well, this certainly isn't how I expected things to turn out."
You speak. You can talk. You're a person?
She shrugs, more or less.
I mean, that's good enough.
Are you even a person at this point anymore?
More or less.
Just like, you are not who I was expecting as a seal, but honestly, I'm kind of glad it turned out this way.
I don't really know if we're going the seal route. I realized that I have been eaten alive. That fully hasn't hit me yet, so I am going to hold on to my my idea that maybe we can still talk this out.
You feel like a slight like rumbling, like a small tremor. But meanwhile, back where Lisa and Chie are, like the ground like splits and like things are shaking and like buildings are like falling apart. as like there's like a very, it's not exactly like a super strong like earthquake, but like there's definitely like some structural damage, and like the rain is just pouring down. Like things are getting really bad in Tokyo.
Awesome. That's great. End of the world is here, so I hope everyone's evacuated by now, or as many as people are getting the fuck away.
We should
Yeah.
do something about that big inky badness.
Yes. I hold the lightning rod ahead and just charge up, and I'm just unleashing everything I have.
Someone look after Aoki for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back. Just 1 second. Swear to all the kami out there looking out for me.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go back to was it Odaiba? Not Odaiba. I'm gonna go back to the Gundam statue.
Yeah, that's over at Diver City.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Odaiba. Yeah.
Hey, I think it's time to pilot a Gundam.
Are you using sorcery to do that?
Okay, yeah, sure. Roll your sorcery.
Cool.
You can overdrive sorcery.
That's an 11.
Oh, never mind.
Okay, yeah. So the Unicorn Gundam statue comes to life, and you like
God.
perch on its shoulder and start walking it over Tokyo.
No, it's
Yeah.
walking into a portal.
Oh, okay. Well, when you walk through the other side of the portal, you're met by a large shadowy fist, as is an equally large shadow that starts pummeling your Gundam.
Yay! I mean, no.
All right. Should I roll for attacking it with the technique?
You start to, but you've noticed that you've attracted a lot of attention from other shadows.
Okay.
God.
And in the alleyways and rooftops and stuff, like you're being surrounded by like man-sized shadows.
Okay. Elkie, get behind me. I'll protect you. Ah! And I'm just lightning everywhere. Blasting, bolts that when I hit one shadow, they bounce off and reflect, and, from enemy to enemy. So yeah, just fighting my last battle. No big deal.
So the void like kind of like opens up on you, and you can like see this happening. Like you can see this like giant mech battle. You can see like the lightning going everywhere in where you were. And she's like, this is really boring. We should probably speed things up a little before everything goes to hell.
Okay, yeah,
She's
you're
like,
right.
so what is it going to be? What do you want me to do?
What do you mean? What do I want you to do? I wasn't aware I had a. You're just giving me a choice?
You're the seal. You get to make a wish. And she like sweeps her hand out over the void, and you can like see out into the bay where like the cruisers, like the giant aircraft carriers and stuff, are like preparing to do something. And she's like, I can make it all go away. I could drown them all for you.
You literally any wish?
She's like, yeah.
Have you watched Madoka?
You can. So okay, let me think about this. Just okay. Give me 10 seconds. Okay.
Google
like,
how
sure.
to make a foolproof wish.
Yeah. Okay. I want you. Okay.
Wait,
this is gonna be a.
Bridget, can she get like a roll to try and figure out the best possible wish for a given outcome?
Well, yeah, I'm just
As
going to go ahead and give that to you. Like the way this is going to work, and she just says this herself, is that she'll grant you her wish, and then you pay the toll. She gets to devour all of the souls on Earth.
Oh. Okay.
So she'll grant you any wish you want, and then she gets to kill everyone. Because that's how this works. Like, magical girls wished to do something to, like, finally have a solution to the shadows. And unfortunately, the solution that they ended up enacting, because they did not think this through all the way, was something that would destroy the problem at its roots, which is just wiping out humanity.
So, humor me. Just okay. These aren't my wishes. These are just questions. What happens if I wish that you don't eat all the souls of humanity? Is that just the cycle repeating itself? Like, what goes on there?
She's like, you would need to find me some kind of alternative. Normally, I settle for one of you as a snack, and then we just do this again in a few years.
So do you use up the whole thing as a snack when you eat them?
She like smiles and she's like, it's a very slow process. We'll get to know each other very well.
I think I'd actually kind of like that. But I think I have an idea. This is a very drab place that you have here. And frankly, Vivian, as manipulative and awful as she was, sounds like she's been through a lot, and I don't want to put that on another person. But I hear that the Valkyrie, well, I hear that my specialty is perseverance. And I think I would love to get to know you more. I think that you have a lot more to you. And frankly, it's a bit upsetting that you never got to take center stage until now. Because, I mean, you seem very interesting.
I'm extremely interesting.
Yes, of course. I can tell. Your throne of dog heads is lovely. My wish is that you spend your time with me on Earth indefinitely, along with all of the other humans.
So she just smiles, a toothy smile, and she's like, so you think to put a leash on me, is it?
Oh, not necessarily a leash. I mean, if you want me to.
She's like, I hope you don't regret your choice, but I guess red has always kind of been my color. So is that your wish? Is like that your legit wish?
Yeah. I'll need to talk to Aoki about it.
So she like vomits you up onto like the heads, like vomit you out of the gaping maw, like that has been like bleeding. Shadow everywhere, and you're just like covered in this like black stuff. And so she like coughs you up, and then the tear just kind of like disappears, and like the dogs just sort of like fade away in the same way that Vanilla Rogue did. And it's still like raining really hard, but like not as bad as it was. And the shadows that were facing everyone just like suddenly get really sluggish and slow, and so like it's really easy for the lightning shots to just blow them apart. And Chie and her unicorn Gundam is just like fucking up that like giant monster. It's like left and right, and then like completely takes it down.
Yeah.
And you get the feeling that things are a lot more hopeful than they were before.
I'm just kind of sitting there covered in goo and confused.
Mm-hmm. Aoki comes over and she offers you her hand.
I reach up and take the hand. Look at her really confused still.
She's smiling down at you, and you can see that there's a red ribbon tied around her throat. And she says,
no!
I guess it was more of a collar.
Oops.
My head broke.
I just turned to them and said, what happened? Did our way work? Did it work?
Can I keep the Gundam?
No, you can't. That Gundam is for the people.
The Gundam is for the people.
Have you learned nothing from Gundam?
Stop arguing. Wait, I grab Aoki by the shoulders. Are you what? Are both of you in there?
She kind of like smiles and shrugs and is like, more or less.
More or less?
More or less. What? Who's both in there?
What?
I hold up a hand at them, just kind of like quieting them. I'm sorry, this is really important. Did I do good?
And like you there's like a softening to her eyes that's like definitely more so in the one that she got from you, and she just like kind of like nods. She's like, yeah, you did great.
You don't hate me for what I just did?
Of course not. How could I hate you? You saved a lot of people.
And you're okay with this?
She like shrugs, more or less.
I will spend every moment I have cherishing you.
And she says, yeah, of course. We're going to spend a lot of time getting to know each other.
Oh man.
And it's
Oh,
kind of hard to
man.
tell which one of them said that. Or
Yeah.
maybe it was both of them.
Did this
Oh.
just become a polyamorous relationship?
If one person is two people.
Hey,
Oh.
now you don't need both hands to hold them.
I slowly pull them in for a hug.
Yeah, and they hug you back.
What should I call you? What's your name?
She's like, Aoki's fine.
I'm
And then she
sorry.
gets like a slightly deeper, like gravelly voice, and she's like, or you can call me lady.
Lady Aoki.
That's just redundant. How will we know which one you're talking to?
I'm talking to both of you, obviously.
So I guess I'm kind of picking up on this. Wait, the monster is in her? It's more of a person with infinite power?
So, okay, right. Chieg Lisa. So, when I got eaten,
Yeah.
I went to like a void space in the monster, I think. And in the monster, there was a throne of dog heads.
Okay.
Ahead of,
All right.
and on the throne of dog heads that were still alive, mind you, was, and I gesture to Lady Aoki, and I talked to her, and I made a wish.
All right, makes sense. Yeah.
Because you get a wish when you go through all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to think of something that would rules lawyer our way out of having to do a cycle again.
That's kind of how this whole thing got started, but yes.
Yeah. And I think that she merged with Aoki. Now,
Like a possession?
Exactly like a possession.
Yeah. Because she's possessed. Okay. Well, so you're not going to kill all of humanity now, lady?
Yeah, we don't look particularly scrumptious at the moment.
Not right now, she says. But you never know. I feel a little bit peckish.
Nothing yakisoba bread won't solve, right?
I mean, she did call me a snack.
Well, we broke the cycle. Now we have a new thing to figure out, and we don't have to...
Yeah, a new thing to figure out.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's a relationship. Oh, yep.
Built on trust.
I mean, we're all alive, which is better than what we were going for, than what was going to happen. So, that's good. So, and we saved some of the others, except for the ones that I'm going to totally feel normal about later.
Yeah.
So, but... Well, I mean, some of them were threatening my family, so that was justified. But
and there's still the fallout from like just the existence of magical girls in Tokyo.
Yeah,
And
Are we still like armored up and magical?
no, not anymore.
Oh man, I can't move this arm. Fuck.
yeah, I can't breathe very well. Ooh, does anybody have an inhaler?
Oh, so wait, does it feel like that is completely unavailable to us now, or?
I know you could like probably use it. It's just like you can use it in a more normal context now. Like this, you can go back to like the original hunting of shadows, as it were, without the threat of the beast looming over you. Yeah. Now she's more like looming to the side of you.
That's absolutely okay with me. Listen, Lady Aoki, I want to make this 100% absolutely crystal clear. I will treasure you completely. But I'm freaking out right now, and I have, can we go somewhere more comfortable? Can we go to Denny's?
Of course we can go to Denny's.
Oh, their eel is really good, actually. The eel.
I want to sit down.
Yeah, I'm really hungry all of a sudden.
So, I want to, can we all just, go to Denny's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for Denny's.
Don't worry, I'll help you.
Has to help.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
And then we need to go to the hospital.
Oh, I should probably send that thing back. Hold on. I'm gonna put the Gundam back.
Yeah, it like turns and like walks back. it does like that like mission complete kind of like salute, and then like
Yeah.
walks back to the mall.
Oh, I'm gonna have it like look up into the sky like as it was raining, and it looks like the Gundam is crying.
Of course.
Is the
Yeah.
Gundam in the sky now too? Looking back at us.
Oh god.
Yeah, so after all of that, we end up at Denny's. I slide into the booth next to Lady Aoki.
Goddamn better. We went like killed a lot of people for you to do that.
I went through
goddamn
hell
it.
for this.
Yeah. I just kind of slam my head onto the table.
If you need help with like, documents, of the union kind, I can help. I know some.
Oh my God.
Well, that's a little
I-
early. Don't pressure. them.
No, I need to
Let
do
them
that
take their
now,
own
actually.
route. Jeez.
I need to do that fast. My green card got expired.
You can actually probably get extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, you can get an extension, especially if you have Alki going with you.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, then we only need to get normal married.
Normal.
Like, aren't you rushing this a little bit? I mean, this is just.
You're right. It's just I am trying to parse this situation. I am trying to keep it cool, but I feel like I might have done something irreparably damaging to somebody who put a lot of trust into me, and I am a spitting distance from crushing guilt right now.
At least you didn't murder 3 people, so all right. Look,
Yeah, you're right. I just ground my friend's face into the paint. I am so sorry for that.
Alki's like, I'm starving. Does anyone else just feel like they could eat an army? I mean, eat as much as an army?
Oh God, the U.S. Army.
don't worry about them.
So that's four lumberjack slams all around, please.
and an eel bowl, barbecue eel.
You have fun with that.
From a Denny's? Yeah.
I cradle my own head and then just lean into Lady Aoki.
And she just pats you with one arm as she's busily wolfing down food with the other. Pancakes are delicious. It's like the first time I'm having them again.
Well, and then is this when the end credits start playing?
Yeah, this is the end of season 1 of Dagashi. I hope you all had a lot of fun listening to it, and I hope you had a lot of fun playing it.
I love this. I love this. This isn't I'm so happy with the ending.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do now because I'll talk about this after the recording is over.
Yeah.
Bridget, this was amazing. I loved this start to finish.
Well, that was a really good
Every
wish, Faye.
moment.
That was I wasn't sure how you were going to set it up, but that was a good way to stave off the apocalypse.
Anya's a dumbass, but she knows what she wants, and she's kind of stupid smart.
Yeah.
And what she wants is 2 GFs.
2 GFs. 2 for 1.
Double stuffed GF.
I just imagine, for the record, for listeners at home, that DJ Shadow's "Blood on the Motorway" was playing in that. There's a montage at the end where Anya's trying to decide what to do in the void, and she's watching the Gundam and me just getting worn down by the monsters, and everyone's in trouble and about to die, and the world's about to end. And it's fine, So that I can imagine as the. Way to that's the music I would pick for the OST, but anyways.
That was thank you again so much, Bridget, for running this. I really, really enjoyed this game. This was some good drama and pathos. That was fantastic. And thank you, Ross and Dario, for playing in it. I am very happy with this, and I can't wait for season 2.
All right. Yeah, Bridget, any final words?
Sorry.
Bridget, any final words?
No, I'm glad you all liked season 1. That's the end of this campaign, so obviously you all will be able to start listening to it fairly soon, and I'm not sure when I'm going to do season 2. It's going to be slightly different in tone from this one, but it's hopefully going to be bigger and better than this.
Yeah.
So I hope you all look forward to that one too.
Yeah.
I'm so ready.
All right, as we try to pick up the shattered remnants of our broken characters' broken lives. All right. I'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.